In a competition announced by god Athra, Ellora, the goddess of goodness, saves the princess 2 times from Tyrus, who tries to kill her both times. Ellora uses a magic mirror to see who Tyrus's enemy is. The mirror reveals that Tyrus's wife is his enemy. Ellora asks why, and time rewinds, showing that Nicole is in love with Louis. Tyrus secretly kills Nicole and marries Louise. Tyrus then takes Louis to a secret place and shows her the bloodline scepter and crown. Louise plans to steal the crown and scepter to stop Tyrus from becoming king. For that she uses Nicole's friend Boris. Boris is caught by pirates while taking the scepter and crown and sailing to Cobra Island. He teams up with the pirates to stay safe and escape. Tyrus sends many ships to find Boris in the sea. Once the ship was in the middle of the ocean, it started moving faster. The Navy commander and deputy commander stood at the top of the flagpole. The naval captain used his binoculars to look for any boats in the sea. Arriving in the forest, Nadia felt sad because Tyrus had chased her away. When I try to help him, he chases me away, she thought. Confused, Nadia wondered, how can I beat Ellora? If I think it's all shame, I can't win against Ellora. I need to know what Ellora is planning next, she said to herself. The best thing to do now is to spy on Ellora. Nadia flew to Ellora's place and sat on top of a tree. She saw Ellora laughing and talking with the fairies, and Nadia's jealousy started to flare up. She watched them closely. The animal fairy was talking to Ellora, saying, "Coming," and it suddenly turned into an eagle. The eagle, which was bigger than a man, flapped its wings and started flying. Nadia was confused and said, "Why did the animal fairy change into an eagle? Where is it going?" Nadia knew she couldn't ask anyone about her confusion. She thought, it's better to see Tyrus, even if he insults me. Nadia decided to watch for 2 days before seeing Tyrus. I should meet the cunning fairy for now, she thought, and then she started flying. It was like an eagle seeing the Eagle Fort from the sky. It was surrounded by seas on all 4 sides. The fort could be seen for a long distance on all 4 sides as if it was attached to the sea. In the middle of a forest, there was a tall fort that reached up to the sky. The fort was built so that no one could easily get in. The only way to enter the fort was to climb a hill with no stairs, which was almost impossible for people. The forest on the hilltops had very tall trees. Just like there were villages in the country, there were also villages and people living on the mountain tops. All these people were eagle humans. They had human bodies but faces like eagles. Their toenails were sharp like eagle claws. They had big wings on their backs, so they could walk and fly. If a human stood next to these giant eagle humans, they would only reach their knees. On that day, the eagle men were very excited like they were celebrating a festival on Eagle Hill. In the middle of the fort, there was a grand eagle temple with a tower shaped like an eagle. Hundreds of eagle humans had gathered there. They kept looking in one direction, as if they were waiting for someone. As they expected, their leader was coming. He was like other eagle people, but his wing color was different. He was also bigger than the other eagle people. The other eagle people standing near the shrine began to flap their wings and show respect when they saw their leader. "Let the rituals begin for our ancestral god, the eagle god," said the eagle leader. The eagle people began to dance around the fire burning in front of them. The sound of their high-pitched drums made the eagle fort vibrate. Then, something appeared in the sky. The leader looked up. It was a big eagle. A quick eagle landed on top of the eagle statue on the temple tower. Seeing this, the leader fell to the ground and bowed to the eagle, followed by all the eagle people. He said with joyful faith, "Eagle Chief, you've given us a vision after many years. Our prayer has been answered." The animal fairy in the form of an eagle on the tower called out to the leader of the eagle group in a loud voice, "You, come up." The leader, feeling very blessed, asked in surprise, "Me?" "Yes," said the fairy. The leader flew up and stood in front of the eagle fairy. The animal fairy, who looked like an eagle, asked, "What do you want?" The leader eagle replied, "We're tired of hunting fish and animals. We want to hunt tasty humans instead." The animal fairy asked, "What should I do?" The leader said, "You need to change our curse. We want to hunt humans outside our borders. The leader was excited at the idea. The animal fairy said firmly, that's not happening. You can only eat humans who come close within your territory. The leader said sadly, but nowadays, no one comes into our territory. The animal fairy promised, in 7 days, I'll send a ship near your home. You can eat the men on it. But, she added, there's a condition. The eagle leader asked, what is it? The animal fairy explained, you can't eat the 2 men on the ship. You have to keep them safe. Also, there's a box with a crown on the ship. You need to take it and keep it safe too. When I tell you, you must give me the 2 men and the box. The eagles asked eagerly, can we eat those 2 men later? The animal fairy said firmly, no, they are my followers. You must not harm them. A ship has many people for food. Let's just let the 2 men go, agreed the calmed eagle leader. Why wait 7 days? Can't you send it tomorrow? He asked eagerly. The ship needs 7 days to reach here, explained the animal fairy. Remember, you must not harm the 2 men on that ship, she reminded them. Then, saying, I'll be back, the animal fairy flew away into the sky. Down below, the crowd of eagle people cheered happily.